class, Rights in America. And in this next module, Module 2, we're going to be examining what I like to call the first civil rights movement in the United States. We often hear about the civil rights movement in the United States, but typically that refers to the movement that developed in the 1950s and 60s, particularly after the Supreme Court decision in Brown versus Board of Education, which we will in fact talk about later on this semester. But the first civil rights movement in the United States came in the aftermath of the Civil War and Reconstruction, as the radical Republican Congress established not only several amendments that were added to the Constitution, the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments, but also a number of pieces of legislation, all designed to try to establish for the first time true equality in the United States for African Americans. This week, for Lesson 4, our focus will be on the constitutional basis of this first civil rights movement, and particularly the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments. As you will see, the 13th Amendment abolished slavery, the 14th Amendment established a wide body of rights in the United States, and the 15th Amendment focused on the right to vote. Much of our attention will be designed around the 14th Amendment, and I will discuss that more along the way in our class. But for this week, what I want you to do is to go to the course materials and thoroughly read the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment, but pay particular attention to the 14th, and particular attention within the 14th Amendment to Section 1, and watch for those famous words in the 14th Amendment. The Privilege and Immunities Clause, the Due Process Clause, and particularly the Equal Protection Clause. We'll be discussing that more along the way, but for now, the task for this week is to pay attention to those amendments and understand the constitutional foundation of what I call our first civil rights movement in the United States.